right, go ahead and raise your hands, and I'll get you the mic.
Hey, John, there was a hell of an ending there with the play at the plate with Bo. What was your view of him rounding third, that decision to go home, and how that play played out as it did?
Yeah, first of all, it's a really hard play for Louis. Don't envy his job as much as some people say they don't envy mine. Vladdy hits it hard. Verdugo has the best arm. Everyone knows that. Could Bo have picked him up a little bit earlier? Yeah, sure. You want to be aggressive, but at the same time, you don't want to, make the last out at the plate. So happens quick, and I think in a perfect world, you just want the last out to be made with the guy in the box, not scoring with the guy with a good arm. Happened quick, and I don't think Bo picked him up quite in time. Either way, it's a good throw by Alex.
And the offense as a whole seemed to be a little closer to the more spread out version you were talking about pregame. What did you see from the bats offensively?
Yeah, George gets us on the board, with the homer, and then I think kind of in the middle innings is where it kind of went. There's some pop-ups and some early outs, things like that. I think those are the types of innings where you can kind of be a little bit more patient and work some more at bats. And at bats were great late. I think off Winkowski and Kenley. At bats were great. You just got to have that, for 9 innings. That's kind of what we've been talking about for a while. So I think just middle innings, Bo hits the homer, and you score on an error and things like that. You got to just kind of continue to grind. I think, innings 3 through 7 really. But again, at bats late, I thought were really good.
Hey, John, what's the mood in the clubhouse after the Red Sox, again, got a win against you? And, we discussed this yesterday. These are important games against a division rival.
Yeah, I think everyone's in there crying right now. They're not coming in tomorrow. I mean, it sucks. It sucks losing. It's obviously 6 in a row against them. We know that. They know that. Just like we won however many we did out of 18 last year against them. So that's baseball. I was proud of the way that we fought back. Again, it's you can put every series into a vacuum, and yes, division opponents are a tick more important this time of year. But proud with the way those guys battled back against a really good pitcher at the end. And you don't like giving yourself a chance to win a series. But again, you want to get out of here with a win tomorrow with Kev on the mound before an off day. So the guys are good, man. If they were rolling over and quitting, which obviously they're not doing, it's a different story. Today was just a tough loss.
Sorry, could you just clarify for me what you meant when you said maybe Bo didn't pick up on it quickly enough? Did Louis change his signal as Bo was getting to third base? Is that what happened there?
No, I don't think so. I think when you're coaching third, your initial reaction is to get the guy going, and then you make a decision to either stop or go. And that play happened really quickly. It's a fine line because you want to be aggressive against a really good pitcher because hits are hard to come by. At the same time, with how hard Vladdy hit that ball, I think that it makes it a really tough decision to send the guy there. So I think looking at the video, I looked at it briefly. I think Louis' hand was up, and Bo's hauling ass. Bo's trying to score, so it's a bang bang play. It's really nobody's fault. You're not going to say, it's on Bo or it's on Louis. You know what I mean? It's a play that happens really quick, and it didn't go our way.
With the challenge, did you think their catcher was maybe blocking the plate?
Had no idea because I was watching the play, but we figured why not? The rule is so gray. Wanted to make sure that Wong started in fair territory. At least, our interpretation of the rule is catcher has to establish in fair territory and then, hold that as long as he can. And then looks like exactly what he did. So credit to him making a good play. Wong at the plate and a good throw from Verdugo. But at that point, I'm not checking any video. I'm just making sure that, we're just checking it because the game game was over, obviously.
Yusei had been really consistent, but today seemed like he had a hard time with breaking ball. How did you see it?
Yeah, I think it was breaking ball. I thought his slider was good. Had a couple punch outs on the slider to righties. Curveball was a good pitch early, and I think that it maybe, damaged, to Devers, it's, heater down, trying to go fastball up there, and he kind of yanked it down in the zone. Overall, I thought he threw okay. You know, I've seen him better, but at the same time, I think damage came on pitches that were just misexecuted. So that was just the biggest difference today.
Hey, John, I believe you had the tying run at the plate in each of the 7th and the 8th and the 9th. I mean, obviously the downside is you didn't get them across, but are there positives to take from it that the makings of a rally were right there?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think, Cavan's at bat against Jansen, you were talking about a foot, maybe less, for us taking the lead and getting Markham's own Jordan Romano in for the 9th on Canada Day. That's a great at bat from him. We've been putting guys out there, it seems like, pretty consistently all year, and just, inconsistently have gotten that big hit, no matter who seems to be up. But the fact that the traffic is out there, and again, the at-bats, late in the game I thought were very encouraging. It's just having those at-bats in the middle of the game, I think will be the difference maker for us.
John, what are you seeing from Brandon, and is there anything that you can do to try to get him going?
I think it's very obvious where teams are pitching him, and I think a little bit of the layoff when he was on the IL probably disrupted his timing a bit, and it's just a matter of kind of pushing the ball down in the zone a little bit for him. High heaters are tough for everyone. They're tough for numerous people in our lineup, especially according to Joe Siddell, who's not in here. But I think that you got to push him down in the zone for Brandon especially. But it's it's tough to do, and I think pitchers are doing a good job of really attacking that area of the zone. But when Brandon gets the ball, where he can handle it, he's been as good as anybody in the last month or so, but getting on base and doing damage.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.